Is the way to someone's heart really through their stomach? On this episode of the MarshyCast, I'm joined by dating expert, broadcaster and podcast host Anna Williamson. We chat about the latest series of Celebs Go Dating, why cooking someone dinner has become one of the most popular third or fourth dates, and whether a good home-cooked meal really can help spark a romance. We talk about our mutual friend Professor Green, why Anna says James Haskell has an unfair reputation, and how she somehow finds the time to host so many podcasts that she might just be the queen of podcasting. It's Paul Marsh, and I'm delighted to say that I've been joined by Celebs Go Dating star Anna Williamson. Anna, how are you?
I am super well, thank you, my dear. How are you?
Really, really good. I'm trying to remember how long it's been. I think we spoke about 3 or 4 months ago, something like that. Too long. We spoke just before the latest series of Celebs Go Dating. Everything got announced. I think you'd just been at the reveal and everything else like that. I spoke to you about a couple of names, certainly names that I knew, and I spoke to you about Pro Green, Stephen. You said what a lovely fella he was. Now, as it happens, I ended up interviewing him last month, 6 weeks ago, something like that. I brought up what you said. He said the exact same thing, that he thought that you were lovely. Isn't it lovely that we're all just lovely?
We're all lovely. We are. There's so much love. And what I love about Celebs Go Dating is, I mean, it sounds nauseating, but it is such a warm show. And we, as the dating agents and the cast of celebrities and all the datees as well, we always want to make sure everyone has a great time. And we really do run a very happy ship there. And this series was one of my favourite, hands down.
I'm sure you get asked this question a lot, because I know I do. I always get asked, like, who's the best celebrity? Who's the nicest celebrity you've interviewed and all that? And then you always get asked, who's been the worst celebrity you've interviewed? And I always sort of say, I hate to tell people this, but 95 to literally 99% of people are absolutely brilliant. And generally, if somebody is not on it, we all have bad days, right? We all have days where we're just not feeling it, but we've still got commitments and all the other things. So I just like to think that whenever I do have a bad experience, it's probably just an off day.
Do you know what? I think that's so well put, Paul, and I would agree with you. And I think when people say, well, who's the worst? I do struggle to think of anyone because, and I meet a lot of celebs, as you would as well. You must interview hundreds of celebs, every week. And as you say, it is actually really heartening that I'm yet to have met. I don't think I've ever met anyone who I've gone, oh, they are through and through appalling.
Yeah.
As you say, some people have had bad days, but you can forgive that. And most often people do apologise if they have personally, but it's never really happened to me.
Have you ever... Sorry, I was going to say, have you ever had anybody that surprised you then, maybe sort of slightly different from what you were expecting?
That's a good question. Probably. I mean, what's coming to top of mind now is Professor Green, just because you've mentioned him, Stephen. I didn't know. Well, that's an interesting one because my work tells me never to always expect the unexpected. So I don't genuinely have preconceptions of anybody because I know that the real person will always reveal.
Yeah.
I see people for the mask and the narrative that is out in the media. But I guess it's, someone like Stephen, a hip hop artist. I know he'd been through a couple of relationships. So he had recently been diagnosed as neurodivergent. So I was really interested to see what Stephen was all about. And yeah, he exceeded all my expectations, really. Just the sweetest man. But everybody, actually going back to Celebs Go Dating, James Haskell was another one, a rugby player, ex of Chloe Madeley. And I mean, I speak quite openly, but James gets a bit of a rough ride on social media and in the press. I think they people make him out to, I don't know what they make him out to be. Sometimes not that favourable, arrogant. Sometimes I hear that word. I've honestly never met a nicer guy in my life. And trust me, I spend 4 months with these people. The mask will slip. If it's going to slip. Some days we're filming for 16, 17 hours a day. We're in hot countries together. You see people at their best and at their worst. And it's also emotionally raw. So if someone's a bit of a so-and-so. But, someone like him never, ever was anything but just such a wonderful, wonderful team player. So I'm very much a James Haskell fan.
Do you know what the thing is when you think about it, like even if you look at yourself and you go, right, take a relationship that you've been in, when you look at your best moments, I mean, they are going to make the highlight reel when I surprised with flowers and I took her on holiday and I did all of this. But then when you look at the worst moments, you go, oh, I probably wouldn't want that being broadcast on the front page of a newspaper or whatever, because we all have bad days. We all have moments that we're not proud of. And I think that's no different for celebrities, but obviously they are living their life through phones and everything else now. Dating has changed a lot since I did it. It's been around, I want to say 14 years since I went on a first date with anybody. It's been a long time. Now, it used to be no carbs before Marbs and all of that kind of stuff. But it's changed. And now we are saying embrace the carbs. And in fact, cooking for one another is a great way to get to know each other.
It's a fantastic way to meet one another and to get to know it and to connect. And so I've always been a big fan of this. And it's one of the suggestions I often have for married couples or long-term couples who are perhaps struggling to connect, but also as first date ideas. I mean, when you've got to know someone well enough to invite them round to your home, just to sort of step things up a little bit when it comes to showcasing a personality, wanting to let them into your personal private space. So this is why I teamed up with Heinz, who have launched this genius Marry Me pasta sauce. And Paul, I don't know if you were aware of the viral TikTok trend that went over 400 million views, all about this sauce, which is it's tomatoey and creamy, and it's honestly, it's so delicious. And basically, Heinz have recreated that sauce. They've done all that hard work for you, popped it in a jar. So now really it's as simple as, cook your favorite pasta, pop your sauce in, and off you go. And we did some research with this, because obviously the sauce has launched this week. And 63% of Brits believe that good food is key to putting them in the mood to say yes to those big moments in life. So it can just be that thing where someone is feeling so good that you have cooked them a delicious meal that they're like, I want more. I want more from this whole situation. And it stands to reason, because all those feel-good hormones are always floating around when we eat good food. Dopamine, oxytocin, our endorphins, because we all can relate, can't we? We eat something and we feel good, we feel great. So we are connected, and that's where food brings back such a connector for all of us, particularly when it comes to dating. It's a bit of a dating hack, actually. Cook someone a good meal.
Well, I'll tell you, and this is why I love pasta, because I'm not a great cook, or I wasn't. I'm getting better. I wasn't a great cook. Like my mum that brought me up, it was, as you can understand, with a single mum, lots of oven meals and lots of quick, fish fingers and waffles and all of that type of stuff that we all ate.
Nothing wrong with that, Paul.
But so I never really learned to cook, and it never interested me. And then as a single man through my 20s, it was lots of takeaways and other bits and pieces. But now, as like the main caregiver for my children throughout the week, I'm learning to cook, and things like spaghetti bolognese and lasagnas and other bits and pieces. Like, I'm learning. But the one thing that I will say is pasta is very difficult to mess up. You're boiling pasta, and like you say, when they're making these fantastic products, which is like they put this fantastic recipe all in one jar, so all you got to do is cook your pasta and put the sauce on it, and then if you want to put some herbs and spices, and cheese and other bits and pieces on top, it's a really lovely meal that's really simple to do. And if you're maybe trying to impress a first date or a second, third, fourth date, this might be the way to go.
It really is. Pop a little bit of garlic bread on the side, a nice little crisp glass of Savvy B, and you're winning, right? And first as well, Paul, credit to you as well for wanting to get into cooking, because I think you're right. A lot of people don't cook, don't know how to cook, don't feel confident to cook. And this is where it comes back to the dating side of things. Lots of people would like to cook a nice meal, but feel a bit embarrassed, and we're leaning massively into vulnerability and emotional maturity and self-awareness as really attractive green flags when it comes to dating. And as you say, you can't really mess up pasta. I mean, yes, you can under or overcook it, but it's not the end of the world. Pop a little timer on and you'll be fine. Just follow the back of the packet. But as you say, all the hard work is done for you. All those lovely ingredients, pop it in, get a little bit of cheese on top, and then chef's kiss. And it's a lovely way to connect. And what it comes back down to at its core, really, in life, we just want someone to make an effort and to show that we matter enough to them to do something nice for them. We often talk about showing appreciation and showing gratitude. We can do this for anyone, and we should at any time. It will always make that person feel more ingratiated to you and be around you and grateful. And it's bare bones. It's just a lovely thing to do. You feel good because you've done it. They feel great because they're on the receiving end of it. And so when we look at the statistics around why this is working in the dating and relationships world, it's because everyone just feels good.
I know we're talking about dating, but can I say, as somebody who's been married for 11 years now, dated for 14 years, kids and all that, the fact that you can do this meal in around about 10 to 15 minutes as well, by the way, and it tastes amazing is another bonus. So even if you're not dating, even if you've been with someone for a while, it's a nice, easy, quick fix meal. And it's impressive. And if you want to go that extra step, take some of the sauce and like rub it on your cheek, or maybe if it's an old shirt, that you put a bit on your shirt or something. Really look like you've made the effort. Anna, I know that you are giving me a run in the podcast world for the king and queen of podcasts. You're doing unbelievable things. You're doing a lot of podcasts at the moment. What else have you got going on?
Well, yeah, podding is keeping me busy. Luann the podcast, The Affair with Anna Williamson, that's also going strong. I'm in talks with a few other projects and sort of spin-offs. Celebs Go Dating, we've just finished. And so, yeah, and at the moment, it's really just kind of, there's a lot of... a lot of extra podcast work before the summer holidays kick in. And then my role as a mother very much is in full swing, which I try and find that elusive work-life family balance. And I'm just about getting there.
Well, leave some for the rest of us, won't you? If people want to find out a little bit more about the Heinz Marry Me sauce, where can they do that?
Just go over to the Heinz UK social media, Instagram, TikTok accounts. I'm talking about it on Anna Williamson Official. And of course, the Heinz Marry Me pasta sauce is available nationwide in all good shops.
Anna, it's always a joy to talk to you. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.